Hello, Diamond Hunter Zero here with a tutorial today, guys, about plants. Really, every plant there is. So we'll begin with, well, uh, default plants in Minecraft, crops. So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to farm and the type of blocks about plants. So if we go here, everything in here you see, these are all the saplings and seeds for every plant in Minecraft almost. I haven't put flowers in there because you can't grow them. We've got seeds, which gives you wheat. We've got pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, sugarcane, carrots, potatoes, cocoa beans, cactus, and these are the saplings, which are oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, and dark oak. We've got bone meal, we've got several steps of it, and water, because these are used to grow plants. So I'm going to grab a bit of everything. And we'll go through each one. So this is wheat here. It's green, tall with the little yellow bits on the end. You can find this naturally in villages along with potatoes and carrots. And you can grab their seeds, which I have in my hand, by destroying grass blocks, which I'll show you later. And these will drop seeds. And to plant each one of the crops in Minecraft, you need a hoe, which you can craft. Let me grab this and this. And if we go to, why is it doing that? If we go to our crafting table and we put that in, you'll have these wood planks. And if we do the stick formation like this, and then we put our sticks down like that, and our iron across the top, or stone, or wood, or diamond, whichever ingot you're using, and you sticks down like that, you get the hoe. Now the hoe, I've got a diamond one here, is used to tilt soil, and you do that by going up to a block of dirt. Make sure it hasn't got grass on top, it has to be this round dirt. And you press the use button on the dirt, and it will become this tilted dirt. So when you first place wheat down, you get this sort of square of little studs here, and that's what it will look like as it grows. But if we take our bone meal here, which you can craft from skeletons, which I did in my mob file, and we click with the bone meal, we'll see that it actually grows about halfway. Bone meal won't grow it the whole way. It used to in the older versions. In 1.8 it doesn't. And this will give you half wheat. And so if we click again, we've got the full wheat now. So those were the 3 of the 4 phases of wheat. There was a second, but we missed that. This one is the pumpkin. It's not grown because we're in the desert, but if you let it fully grow, the stalk will grow like this, and then pumpkin, don't need that, they actually join up like that. Oh, close. And you'll see that the stalk has grown into the pumpkin, and you'll find them like this. Pumpkins can spawn naturally in extreme hills, which is where you get the pumpkin seeds from, and you actually have to wait for the pumpkin to grow. But what you can do is the best bit, is if you break the pumpkin block, the stalk remains there, and then it will grow. So you don't actually need to destroy the plant to get the seeds, which is very useful. And then if you hoe, like this, and put the pumpkin seeds. That's what the pumpkin and the melon seeds look like when you first plant them. And then that is their halfway. They're sort of green and shorter, and then that's fully grown. This is melon here. Works the same way as pumpkin, except you have to craft the melon into melon slices to get the seeds. And melons spawn naturally, so that's where you get them from. And if we join them up, you'll see that the stalk grows into that. And if we tilt this and put the melon seeds in, it's actually the same as the pumpkin seeds, and with the same phase. This guy is the potato. You can see the bottom of him poking up there, and then his leaves. And if you destroy him, he will give you 2 to 4 potatoes, depending when you destroy him, which you use as the actual seed. So if I grab, no, I've got it in my inventory. If I grab the potato, the carrot for later, and that just for later. If you destroy the potato plant, you actually get these potatoes. There is a chance, rarely, that you can get a poisonous potato, but that's rare and you shouldn't really bother about it. So if you plant the potato down, you get this ring, kind of like the wheat, and then bone meal, and you get the stalks coming up now. And then one more and you get the fully grown potato plant. These are carrots. Actually, you can find both potatoes and carrots in villages, by the way. That's where you can get their seeds from. But they're also dropped by zombies, which is another way to get them. So you can see 4 carrots poking out of the ground there. Destroying that will give you 1 to 2 carrots. 2 to 4 carrots like the potato. And when you first plant it, like the wheat, it's in that square. Grow it again, same stalks as the potato, and then the fully grown carrots. So this is the sugarcane. It looks a bit like bamboo, but that's actually what sugarcane looks like. So it grows, spawns naturally alongside rivers in Minecraft, and that is the only way to get sugarcane. And it's made out of actual blocks. It doesn't come in phases like that, it just spawns in blocks, which you can place down on sand. Oh, right. You can't place sugarcane next to each other, the same with the cactus. That's a little weird, I don't know why they do that, but that's how it is. If you destroy a sugarcane block, you get this sugarcane, which you see here. And if I go to the crafting table, you can craft this sugarcane, just put it in the center, and you get 1 piece of sugar. So I'm going to grab 3 there. And you can put 3 in a row like that, and that will give you paper. So sugarcane is pretty useful because you need it for enchanting rooms or enchanted books. Why is it? Okay, that's weird. Oh, whatever. I hate it when it does this. So if I grab this sand here, and then place 1 here, sugarcane and cacti will only grow on sand, and... Come on. You need a water source? There we go. They need a water source right next to them to grow, which is why they spawn along rivers. And you'll see that they grow in actual blocks, and you can harvest them by breaking the bottom, and then the pieces will fall, and you just put 1 block down, and then the other 2 will spawn over time. So that's how you produce more sugarcane. Cactus works in the same way. It spawns naturally in the desert. It's a lot more common, and as you said, if you break the bottom, the pieces drop down, and then this will just grow by itself. You can use cactus to smelt cactus in a furnace, and that will give you cactus dye, which is the green stuff. And like the sugarcane, you can't place it next to another cactus. And if you go into survival, running into a cactus actually hurts you. So you can use that for traps, for defending yourself in a map or in your base, and so it's actually quite useful. Our final crop is the cocoa bean. So let me grab that. This is what it looks like in its bean form, little dots, and this is what it looks like as a plant. It spawns on jungle trees and jungle wood, and it grows in these little sacks, and you destroy one of those, and oh, come on. Do I need to be in survival? There we go. If, it won't work if you do it in survival, but is my inventory full? There we go. It will give you about 2 to 4, and then you grow them just by clicking like that on jungle wood, and these little sacks will grow, and then you can use bone meal to grow it. It has 3 stages. It's also the quickest grower of all the crops. It grows the quickest, and it takes so quick that you shouldn't really waste your bone meal on it. It actually grows really fast, you'll find. And you use cocoa beans as ground dye. Now the next thing we're going to show you is trees. We've got every species of tree here. Trees just spawn randomly in every biome except for water, hills, and desert, I think. First one is the oak tree, which is the basic one, the first tree there was. It spawns in pretty much every normal plains or hill or forest biome. This is what it looks like if you plant it in the desert. Leaves on all of the trees actually change colour according to what biome they're in. We're in a desert, so the leaves actually go a little yellow and dry. That's the trunk. That's what the wood looks like. Next tree is the spruce tree. They spawn in spruce forests or in snowy biomes, and they look kind of like a spruce or a fir does, with the little rings. And actually, what I'll show you now is they're saplings. I forgot I had these, so I'm just going to grab these. Don't need that. I still need that. And so, where's the oak? This is the oak sapling. You get saplings by destroying a tree's leaves. It will randomly drop them, or an apple, depending what tree you've broken. This is the spruce sapling. And to grow these saplings, you place them on dirt, any dirt, green dirt, or just the regular dirt. And it will grow over time if there is a large enough space. If the area is too small, like this is, because there's leaves hanging over it, it stays in the sapling form. And this is the spruce log, slightly darker than that. Next tree is the birch. Common two spawns in birch forests or any regular forest or plains biome. It looks like birch. It's got this white here, and this is the sapling, and that's the wood. It gives this nice, almost white wood. Next one is the jungle tree. This is a sapling jungle tree. There are quite a couple of different jungle trees. One that goes 2 by 2. That's the giant jungle tree. They go for miles. And this is the regular one grown with a sapling. Normal ones can actually be about that high. This is a high one. And they only spawn in jungles, which is fair enough because they're jungle trees. Again, really. So this is the jungle tree sapling, tall and dark like that is, and it has a similar colour to oak, slightly oranger. This is a acacia wood, which is the newest of the trees, 7.10, I think it was, and it's got this yellower leaves, and this grey wood with the bark here. And this only spawns in savanna biomes, which is the new biome for 7.10, and it actually is orange, and you get this really nice orange wood from it. And then it's sapling like it's a little bit orange with the light leaves. There it is. And our last one, I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit dark, is the dark oak. This spawns in mushroom and dark oak forests, and it's 2x2. And it does give you saplings, it gives you dark oak saplings, but you can only grow that if you grab dirt in a 2x2 formation like this, and then put one in each corner. You have to have them like this, and then you use a couple of bone meal, and it actually grows like that. You can actually do the same thing, I think, in 8.1. With jungle, and it gives you the large jungle tree. This is what you'd normally find in jungle biomes. That spawns vines as well, which I'll get to. So that pretty much covers the trees. This is the sapling, actually. The next thing are flowers. The game has a lot of flowers. These are all the flowers here. We've got white, pink, green. That's not green, sorry. Yellow, red. And they have a flower for almost every colour except for black and brown and green, which you get from the cactus, the cocoa beans, and the squid. And they have 2 red ones for some reason. And then they have mushrooms. Mushrooms spawn in mushroom biomes or inside caves, and they can only be placed down on mycelium, which is this stuff. You can find it in mushroom biomes. It's pretty rare, and it doesn't really have any use other than looking pretty or placing mushrooms on it. And if you collect any flower, no, let me grab, oh, that didn't work out, a poppy. If you take any flower, go to your crafting grid, place it in the center, you get the corresponding dye. So whatever color that flower is, you'll get that dye. Now we have the other plants. We have the lily pad, which spawns randomly in swamps or in big lakes, and it is placed on top of the water. It's an actual block. You can't place anything on it, you see. And you can stand on lily pads, and you can use that to form bridges, and that's pretty cool. You can't do anything with it. I don't think you can grow it. You can pick it up by breaking it with your hand and then place it on water only. The next one are vines, and vines spawn randomly on jungle trees or in strongholds, I think. I think they spawn in caves, and you can actually climb up vines like that. So you go up to them and then you climb up them. Mobs like the creeper can do this too, and so it's a good way of actually disguising a ladder up if you build one into a mossy wall or tree, and so they're quite useful. You can collect those with shears, and you can collect any of these ones here in their form with shears, I think. Next is the dead bush, spawns in deserts. That's all there is to it, really. Ferns spawns in what is it? I have no idea what the biome's called, but it spawns in forests, dark oak forests, I think. Now we have the grass blocks. This is the regular grass block. This will spawn on any biome with the normal grass block, that grass block, randomly, and destroying that will give you the wheat seeds. This is the double grass block, which spawns on plains. The same thing as the grass block. You can actually grow it using bone meal, and that's it. That one, I'm not sure if that one gives seeds. The next one is the rose bush. Yes, you can use the rose bush and actually these 4 flowers here to craft dyes, and they just spawn in forests, regular forests and birch forests. Can't remember what these 2 are called. They give off pink dyes, I'm pretty sure. This is the sunflower. This one spawns in plains, and its head actually faces the sun. And the last one is the double tall fern, which spawns in the same biome as the fern. Not really much to it. And this is basically every plant there is in Minecraft. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel and check some other videos, and stay tuned.